we're being kept. It's the only way. The whole universe is trying to kill us. And we could not have made it here today if somebody wasn't keeping us. Our God's really big. He is really big. And you know what they found? They also went on to discover, we thought that, lightning was created by positive and negative electrons, neutrons trying to reach each other.
The word you're looking for is protons. And yes, electrons and protons are attracted to each other, and that is the core of what causes lightning.
You know what they found out? That lightning is ignited by a gamma burst hitting a thunderhead.
That's not entirely wrong, although it's yet to be proven. Deep space cosmic gamma bursts may be what ignites lightning strikes, but it's not yet proven.
So whenever there's lightning on the earth, that's how frequently we're getting hit by gamma bursts from space.
We're always getting hit by gamma bursts from outer space.
Okay, but guess what? If it weren't for lightning, none of us would be here. Lightning hitting the ground does something to the nitrogen in the earth that enables plants to absorb it. So those gamma bursts way out there, and they had to be that far out, they had to be billions of light years away, the actual explosion, to hit us with just the right amount of power to ignite these lightning strikes, to hit the ground, start the whole process of the food chain on earth, and they're coming with perfect timing. God set it all up in the beginning.
There are millions of lightning strikes around the world every day. They're not getting here with perfect timing. God didn't have to put the sources of deep space gamma bursts at a certain distance. They are being created constantly, and they are arriving constantly. There's no planning involved. It's nature.
And they said if, in our orbit, if we deviated, you know how long 100 miles is? Yeah. Let's see if you know how far 100 miles is. If we deviate the equivalent of 1/8 of an inch over a 100-mile distance, we would either freeze or fry if we deviate that much in our orbit. Just that tiny. We got put in the only slice of space that could have possibly sustained life.
Okay, here we go. Check my math if you want to, but at a rate of 1/8 of an inch per 100 miles of Earth orbit around the sun, in one full year, the Earth will be 12 miles different in its orbit. The normal run-of-the-mill elliptical orbit of the Earth varies from its close part to its far-away part by over 3 million miles. So a 12-mile span isn't going to make a whole lot of difference.
And then the moon, if the moon were not where it is the right size, the right gravitational pull to affect our tides and the wobble of the earth, we would wobble out of orbit, out of that little slice of space.
I'll give him credit for knowing that the tides are caused by the moon. He's better than Bill O'Reilly in that regard. But the wobble of the earth is caused by the moon, and the lack of a moon would not create a wobble. A lack of a moon would eliminate the wobble that is there and that's small enough that people don't notice it.
That, the second law of thermodynamics?
Oh, God, not that again.
Second law of thermodynamics, is the law of entropy, but it's basically that in all of nature, everything is moving towards chaos unless acted upon by an outside intelligent source.
I'm used to hearing Christians try to use this second law argument, but this is the first time I've ever heard anybody misstate the second law of thermodynamics so badly that they put an intelligent outside force as part of the second law. I mean, how crazy can you get?
Everything. They have never observed one example in ever of things happening by random chance that resulted in order.
Always the false dichotomy. It's either an intelligent force or it's total random chance. The idea that natural forces do things that are not random is something they simply don't want to acknowledge. Last October, I listened to Ken Hovind give his first seminar when he got out of prison, and there he was honestly asserting that without God, Jesus putting out his hand, why, the planets would just go off into space. Seriously, natural laws don't exist. It's all just random chance or the hand of God.